Hi, welcome to Sage Blue Tarot. Today is May 26, 2021. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the daily collective reading using tarot cards, asking, what does collective need to know today? What does collective need to know today? I'm going to cut the deck and Judgment upright. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Five of Wands reversed and the Seven of Swords reversed. So I feel like right now, because you've been dealing with these minor conflicts, the Five of Wands to me is always about conflict, right? But almost in the sense of like friendly battle, even though it might not feel friendly, it kind of just feels like competitive almost. Like maybe you were in a group or some kind of competitive, creative thing right now. It's a part of your life, and that maybe some conflict has been coming up or has been a part of your life, and you've always maybe kind of felt like very heavy about it, very judged because it was happening. But I feel like you're moving on from these petty conflicts. The Seven of Swords reversed, I'm seeing that maybe you had a fear of being betrayed or you were betrayed, but at the same time you're also moving away from that, right? Because they're reversed, I'm kind of sensing that this energy is like moving along, right? And I feel like right now you're kind of realizing that everything in your life has led to this moment, right? So maybe you're starting to see the gifts of those battles, the gifts of that betrayal. You're starting to see how it's all coming together, right? And I feel like right now you're struggling with maybe not judging yourself so harshly with how you've reacted or dealt with this conflict. And you're kind of moving into that space of like, well, no, I did the best that I could with what I was given at that time. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards. The Devil reversed. I'm seeing that maybe you've broken the chains as well with any addictions you've had. We did just enter the full moon eclipse. It's like a pretty big deal in the cosmic sense, right? Because it's a great time to eclipse out all of these energies that I see coming up. The Devil is like addictions, right? Mental bondages or just toxic relationships, just things that are in your life that you know are not helping you grow, right? But for some reason, maybe they've just been a part of your life, right? But right now, I feel like you're liberating yourself from this sense of betrayal from others, from holding on to conflicts that have happened in the past, from these addictions you've had. I feel like right now you're standing in a seat where you're more centered, where you're able to see with more clear eyes, right? You're not being so judgmental against yourself and others. You're kind of allowing for this all to clear. Strength upright. So I'm definitely sensing this sense of empowerment because you've acknowledged your growth. You've seen that you are where you're meant to be, right? And that you've tapped into that inner strength within you, right? That you've tapped into that which is helping you get past all of these blockages and drama and stress. And I feel like you've been under like this heavy blanket of weight, right? Like I'm kind of getting a sense of like a weighted blanket, like you've been under it for a while. And today, right now, is just a sense of, you know what, let this wash over me. Like, let this go ahead. Like, let this be what it will so I can get the gifts, so I can get the lessons and then move on, right? And I feel like that's what's making you stronger right now. Like, that's why you feel empowered because you've allowed yourself to see this, like, eye to eye and ask, like, what am I getting from this? What's the lesson from this conflict and difficulty? What am I getting from this betrayal? Like, what am I getting from this drama? What am I gaining from keeping these addictions, right? I feel like right now you're asking yourself these hard questions because you feel this strength from it, right? Coming up from within. I'm seeing the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm seeing this as a reminder to keep filling your cup, right? I feel like sometimes it can get very tempting to think, well, no, I feel good right now. Like I don't need to do anything. I'm just going to keep doing whatever I'm doing. And that's fine, right? There's times for everything and only you can know what's best for you. But to see the Ace of Cups reversed, I'm seeing like, hey, just because you've been filling your cup doesn't mean that you haven't been using the contents within it to enrich your life, right? Therefore, you need to continue to fill your cup, right? Like that's never really going to go away. Like you're never going to have your cup filled up to the point where you never need to refill it again, right? Because you're growing, right? You're using that beautiful energy that you're cultivating and keeping and this sense of abundance, like you're letting it flow into your life, right? But I'm seeing that because it's reversed, like maybe just remember to do that today, right? Remember that even as you progress, like it's still important to sit back and love on yourself, treat yourself right? You don't feel like you have to learn all the lessons today, right? Like trust that time will reveal the lessons to you, like it'll bring them. And the Ace of Swords reversed. So I'm sensing that, wow, and side by side. So the Ace of Swords reversed, Ace of Cups reversed. I'm seeing that maybe I feel like right now today, you're going to be on this like mini roller coaster of feeling really good, feeling really centered, and then again kind of pulled under, right? Like pulled down under into maybe memories of the past, the conflicts, the pain, right? The pain that you can be harboring in your heart, right? And then you're working on healing and it's happening. But I feel like your mind is going to be coming up today and kind of sneaking in thoughts like, well, you're not that strong. Well, you're not that capable. You should be judging yourself harshly because you're not doing good enough. Like all of these toxic thoughts, right? But just remind yourself that that's the devil reversed, right? Like those are almost like addictive thoughts, right? That can come up, and because they're so emotionally seductive, right? In a toxic way, we can kind of drown in them. Just remember to release that air energy, right? Release it. Like let the thoughts come in, accept them, feel them, and then move away from them as soon as possible, or allow them to move on, right? Don't grasp that piece of information and buy what it's selling you, right? Don't do that to yourself today. You have the 10 of Wands upright. So I'm seeing that, and it came up between the aces that are reversed. So I'm seeing that you're still dealing with these heavy burdens and you kind of feel like tired of them. You're kind of like, well, can I just drop them all at once? Like, what's going on? And I feel like you can. You just have to figure out, I think I'm sensing patience. Like, figure out how to have faith in patience, right? And that requires surrendering and trusting that answers will be revealed to you when the time is right, right? Like, I'm kind of sensing like this urgency of like, well, I've done so much growth. I've done so much of the work. Like, why am I not like healed? Like, why don't I feel 100% right now? But just know that this is an intense time, right? Like progress is happening, and this is just the time to go with the flow, to fill your cup, right? To take pauses, to take breaks, to really tend to yourself, to tend to your heart, to do what makes you happy. And in that way, this 10 of Wands, like each wand is going to be unburdened from you, right? As time comes, as things are revealed to you. I'm getting the message of like, write things down today, right? Write down what's in your heart so you can get it out in a safe place. And you can go ahead and maybe see some more information about your current situation right now. And on the back, I'm seeing the 10 of Cups upright. So that's awesome. And that's right across from the 10 of Wands. So I'm seeing as you're unburdening yourself, as you're healing yourself, as you're relying on your strength and you're trusting your judgment now. I feel like before you didn't really trust your own judgment. And I'm kind of sensing like maybe that's why there's been such a kerfuffle about it, because others are like, well, no, I liked you better when you didn't trust yourself, but you've done the battles and you're like, no, but I'm going to trust myself regardless, right? Regardless of me not knowing what's going to happen. I know this is what's best for me. The 10 of Cups is a reminder of, yes, like this beautiful vision of what your ultimate dream is going to come to reality. It's just like a reminder of like, this is the goal, right? And I feel like you can tap into these senses and into this enriched beauty today. I'm sensing that you're going to be getting glimpses of like darkness and then again like ultimate light. I'm kind of sensing that's going to be happening a lot today. And just trust your judgment, right? Trust that whatever you're doing right now is building you, is guiding you towards this future that you're working on, right? The foundations that you've built, the mindset that you're acquiring right now. I feel like that's what I'm getting a lot of energy of. Like your mindset has shifted so much, and that involves your belief system and the way you deal with things and see things. And I feel like that's why you feel empowered right now. But at the same time, you're kind of like, I feel like you're working really hard at this. And part of the work is also releasing, right? It's also trusting, like letting the pieces come together for you. But that 10 of Cups upright is a beautiful card to end the tarot reading on, because I feel like however you might feel today, just trust that it's going to be leading you to this 10 of Cups energy. And that's like all the wishes, dreams, fulfillment, happiness, joy. Imagine just literal 10 cups filled up, right? Of love, of abundance, of bountifulness, of good feeling, good wishes, just all the goodness. On the back, I'm seeing the 5 of Swords upright. So I'm kind of sensing like maybe, I feel like today you're just going to be playing a lot with the light and shadows today. I'm kind of seeing like this dance, right? Like you're going to be, I don't know, I'm getting the message like don't backstab yourself today. right? Don't use all this strength and this better judgment to turn it around on yourself and blame yourself today. Like, don't believe those tricky thoughts that are going to be coming up today. See them more as challenges, right? As tests on your journey, and to kind of engage with those thoughts in a new way, right? And I feel like you're going to be able to do that today, but just know that it'll be like a dance today. So I'm going to thank this deck. Thank you. And I'm going to pull from the Trust Your Vibes deck. I'm going to ask, what does collective need to know today? What does collective need to know today? I'm going to cut the deck and see what comes up. Calling your runners. So I'm getting the sense that you maybe feel like this sense of like distrust in what's going to be the outcome for you. So I'm getting this like this sense of you trying to over control everything. And I think that surrendering is just important, right? And asking your runners to go get the things for you, right? Trusting your spirit team to bring that which you desire, to manifest your wishes, to make them come true. And that just involves surrendering, right? So I'm going to go ahead and read out what calling your runners means. There's no need ever again to search in vain for anything, or fear that what you seek isn't out there, or that if it is, you'll miss it. Be it a good parking spot, the ideal abode, or even your soulmate, you have a group of spirit guides called runners who are ready, willing, and able to help you find exactly what you seek. Humorous, efficient, and practical, they're called runners because they're very close to the natural world and actually run ahead of you to find what you seek. Their favorite sport is to guide you to the right place at the right time. They're the hidden force behind what is known as luck. They're the gophers of the spirit world, but work only on assignment. They love to serve and are at your beck and call. Send them ahead to save you a good seat at the movies or on your air flight, or to find answers for your research project. Call on them now to help you connect with your heart's desire. Relax your brain and put them to work instead. Take them with you wherever you go, and let them make your lucky day. So go ahead and just like ask your spirit team, right? Ask your runners to get you that which you want right now. I feel like in that way you can practice faith and surrendering and just loosening up the reins of control, right? Because you're strong right now, right? You have everything that you need to move forward today. But I feel like it just requires a bit of releasing control to get what you want, to get even further ahead and to accelerate your learning and progress. On the back, I'm seeing accept the gifts of the universe. So I feel like today would be a good day to just kind of slow down and take note of all that you've received, of all that you have right now, of all the gifts that you have, of who you are right now. And just take inventory, right? What have you received compliments for in the past, right? And really allow those to embed themselves into you, right? I feel like sometimes you can kind of sense like, well, I don't have enough. But you do, right? Like you're loved. You have everything you need right now, even as you're wishing for more, right? And I feel like you can gain more the more you accept and acknowledge the gifts that the universe has brought for you so far, right? Because in gratitude, I feel like that's one of our highest frequencies. We can just tap into that abundant state and get exactly what we need right now. Get exactly what we're meant to get and have our wishes come true. So I'm going to thank this deck. Thank you. And now I'm going to pull from the Angelarium Oracle of Emanations deck. Asking, what does collective need to know today? What does collective need to know today? Uriel, Angel of Flame. So with this card, I'm seeing like allow your desires to take hold today, right? Allow for everything that no longer serves you to just be eclipsed out, to just be no longer part of your life. Ask for these addictions, this conflict, this sense of like heartbreak and betrayal and unease. Allow that to be transformed by fire today, right? Transform everything by fire that is not in alignment with your highest good, while at the same time focusing on what makes the light within you blaze even more, right? Like what makes you happy, right? And that comes back to that Ace of Cups energy. Like fill your cup up today. Really go back to the things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness, right? And just tune into that part of yourself that desires for more, right? And creatively manifest what you want, right? Like write down what you're manifesting, what you're grateful for, draw it out. Just do whatever makes you happy today, right? Really just feed yourself today. On the back, I'm seeing Remiel, Angel of Visions. With this card, it reminds me of the Ten of Cups energy. Just keep focusing on that ultimate dream and know that all the pieces leading up to that, the path will be shown to you. All the pieces are going to fall into place for you, right? Like you don't really need to know the entire way there. You just got to trust that the universe is working for you, right? I'm getting the image of you walking in the darkness with this lantern in front of you. Like all you really need to know is the next step, right? And just kind of, actually it reminds me of Uriel too. Just focus on yourself right now, on this moment right now, on what you're going to do next, like immediately, right? Try to zoom in to where you are, while at the same time keeping this vision in your mind's eye, keeping it in your heart, right? And allowing for that frequency of that vision, for that to kind of change your life, right? Because we're building this dream, right? And the universe is building it for us, right? And everything is working in our favor. It's just about trusting and having faith and surrendering that this vision is going to come true for us, right? The more we focus on it, I feel like one day we're going to wake up and this vision that we've been focusing on every single day and manifesting it and just really putting the energy and time and everything into growing and to bring forth to light, it's going to all of a sudden be here, right? And then one day we'll wake up and we'll be like, wait, this 10 of Cups, like this vision I've had is actually my life right now. If I look around, it is my life. And then in that moment, we'll get what all this work was for, and then it'll be time to make a new dream, right? So that's going to be it for today's reading. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, so now we're going to go ahead and move into the distance Reiki portion of the episode. I suggest laying or sitting in a comfortable position, but that is not necessary. Just be open to receiving Reiki healing energy. I suggest setting your own intention for the Reiki, or just allowing my intention to take place, which is always for your highest good. I'm going to go ahead and take 3 deep breaths with you. Let's go ahead and inhale, hold, and exhale. Again, inhale, hold, and exhale. And inhale, hold, and exhale. I will now begin sending Reiki. When you are ready, start to come back into your body and open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for showing up today. And I suggest drinking water since a lot of energy is moved during Reiki sessions. And I will see you in our next episode. Thank you and bye.